Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Formula Talk, where we aim to bring you all the latest news on the sport that you love. In this case, Formula One. So, there's a lot of news for the F1 media team that's been released today. There's 3 stories that we're going to quickly cover in this video, and we're going to give you a real quick rundown of all of the most important takeaways from all the announcements this morning. So, we have a Silverstone email. This is a bigger story. The British Grand Prix is going to, at the moment, it looks like it's going to be held behind closed doors. But the one thing that is certain is fans will not be there. There won't be fans at the circuit for the race, which of course is probably the right way to go given the current situation with COVID-19 globally, especially in the UK as well. So I think this is the right way to go about it for Silverstone, but the email reads, as promised, I'm writing to let you know the latest regarding the 2020 Formula One Pirelli British Grand Prix. I'm extremely disappointed to tell you that we are unable to stage this year's British Grand Prix in front of the fans at Silverstone. And of course, they got to say it's a difficult decision, and the health and safety, of course, is paramount for the staff, the drivers, the fans, of course, as well. So I think it's definitely the right way to go around it for Silverstone. It's definitely the right thing to do. Where if they're still planning on holding a Grand Prix, which of course they are, this email reads that they're still wanting to get this Grand Prix underway, and in the next couple of days, I believe, they have to confirm whether they can or cannot hold this race in the next couple of days, next week or so. So that's really interesting as well. But effectively, what Silverstone are going to do, if you're a ticket holder looking at this information, don't worry. You will have the choice to either get a full refund. Of course, you won't be able to refund your travel, but you'll get a full ticket refund. And also, or as an alternative, you can get tickets for free next season. Just transfer your tickets over to next season. So, yeah, nothing to worry about unless you're traveling from abroad, in which case you're probably going to have to talk to the insurers about that one. But yeah, if you're British person, if you live in the UK and not having to pay travel or any of that, this shouldn't financially impact you. So that's good. That's a real good thing. Also, of course, the French Grand Prix has been cancelled as well. That's been announced. That's been postponed. So it'll probably be held at a later date. But however, that's probably looking unlikely as it's around the same time of Austria when the season's looking to start. So it can only be delayed by a couple of weeks realistically, as I'm going to show now the reason why it cannot. So, the new targeted calendar has been released by F1 this morning. I'll just quickly move the logo so you can see Australia is blank, and that's because there will not be a Grand Prix held in Australia. That's been cancelled, so that's why I've put the logo there. So we're going to start in early July, hopefully in Austria, because of course Helmut Marko is going to make absolutely sure that that race goes ahead. So throughout July and August, we're going to be racing in Europe. So we'll be at tracks like Austria, we'll be maybe tracks like Hungary as well. We could get some at, of course, Silverstone. There's quite a few races that we can knock off the list. Of course, Spain won't be one of them either. But yeah, there's at least probably about 6 or 7 races, and if even 1 or 2 of them are cancelled, then we can hold a double header at Silverstone. We can hold a double header at Austria. You know, that can go either way. And then in September and October, we're moving into Eurasia and Asia. So races like China can now go ahead. The Grand Prix circuit has reopened in Shanghai, so there's no reason we can't race there now, apart from travel restrictions. Japan, potentially we could get the race out of that as well, which would be interesting. So yeah, there's a lot of racing that we could get underway in Eurasia and Asia as well. So then in October and November, we move on to, of course, the Americas, Asia and the Americas as well. So that's interesting. But they mention Asia and the Americas because the last race is going to be held in the Middle East in December. That'll be, and it'll be, what's the best way to word this? We have the penultimate round rain at the moment, and that's the current plan, and then they'll go straight to the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi, where they can round off the season in the traditional style. It may be a reduced calendar, but by the looks of it, it could be possible. Of course, in the American races, you've got the US, you've got Brazil, so there's a fair few races there as well that we haven't heard a lot about. We haven't heard the promoters mentioning it too much on their side, stateside, so that'll be interesting to see in the next couple of months whether the US can solve their issues, of course, with COVID-19 as well. But yeah, this is all obviously subject to change, and I will try to update it as best I can because I've got a lot more spare time on my hands at the moment, of course, given pretty much every country in the world is in some form of lockdown at the moment. So I think that does round off this video. Thank you for watching, and then if there's any updates on any of this, I'll be posting new videos, so be sure to subscribe, and hopefully the filming quality will be a bit better, because the fan on my PC has broken, so it's making some awful noises if you can hear it in the background. I do apologise for that. I'm covering the microphone as best I can, which is probably hurting the audio quality more than anything, but is a very annoying noise that I'm sure you don't want to be hearing throughout the video. So yeah, be sure to subscribe, comment, and like as well. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think is the best way to go around this season? Are you a fan of a super season 2020 to 21, or do you just think right off this season we'll go back racing in 2021, or are you in the camp of, well, we'll just see how it goes? Obviously, watching this video, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.